Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. A neighbour of mine basically saw me coming and gave me this Charles Numatic Vacuum Cleaner. They're a good machine if they work. This one, first obvious sign is that the rubber piece here has come away from the cowling there. It's a model CVC 370-2, 1200 watt machine. Should be a good strong vacuum this. They're, I think, a wet and dry, although I don't know if they're meant to be a wet and dry. It says on the back. If liquid is discharged from the exhaust, switch off and empty. I've gone a bit too far, so I think it is a wet and dry. Let's plug it in and see what happens. We're all on. Nothing happening. So, there's a few things that can go wrong with these. We'll check the cord, we'll open it up, we'll check that the cord has power coming through it, or continuity. Then, if no problem there, we'll have a look inside at the motor. These are also known as Charles, Henry, Hetty. There's a whole selection of them. Different coloured vacuum cleaners. Some of them are slightly bigger than others. This Charles I think is bigger. I think the Henry and the Hetty are a little bit more squat. But they're a very simple machine, good and robust. So parts for them on eBay are really cheap. This one didn't have a hose. I know I could pick up a hose on the toolkit delivered to my house for 15 quid. You know, that's pretty reasonable. Right, 4 screws, 1 absent. There. That gets the top off. Straightforward. You can see what's in there now. There's a little capacitor with a resistor on it. There's 2 cables coming in. They don't seem to be tugged off. So let's get that piece of rubber back in correctly. I like the way the terminals are just screwed up on top there. Okay. Could also be a fuse, of course, but I don't know, it seems highly unlikely. Fuses tend not to blow in plugs. We can check it. Check resistance, one of the pins. Okay, it's okay. Got a bad neutral. It will be as simple as that. Let's inspect the cable. So to inspect the cable, I'm just running it through my fingers. So I'll do the first thing that I know how to do. I've got a failed neutral on the cable. That's what I'm going with. So let's just have a look. If it was going to be tensioned, it would have been pulled out somewhere along there. We can see the colours on the other side, so there's no fear of taking these apart. Having to remember what's going back. Now we're getting something on the neutral there. Okay, so on this side, live. Oh, we're getting nothing on the live side this time, so I was wrong. Live, let's have a look for a fuse. Fuse seems to be dead. If you can see that. So there's the fuse. Nothing. So it might just be a fuse and a plug. 7 amps. We don't often see a 7 amp fuse. 7 amp fuse? Never seen one before. Right, let's put a fuse in it. Put that thing in there and turn that off. And let's wire this back in like a fool. Took it out. Okay, the risk of making a mess. Let's plug it in. Power on. So that's it, works fine now. Fusing the plug, now why would that be? So up here, it looks a bit broken. Filter to clean out. Let's get that schnoz off there. Let's turn that one upside down. There we go. This thing here looks to be a bit beat up. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so there's an issue there, obviously. That blade shouldn't be like that. So there's the top of the motor. That doesn't look great. 2 cables coming in. There's this cowling that appears to do something. Right, okay, there it is out of the way. And this fan that's supposed to be cooling it, cooling the motor, it's just been rattling around there. It's not pressed on properly anymore. Not good. And that shaft has kind of splines on it, but they're all faded off. Maybe it will be curtains for this Charles Vacuum, unless I can get some parts. Don't know how much a motor will cost, but we can check it out. If that fan is way beyond what it should be, and that's caused this thing up here to crack. You can see all of the damage inside it there, and it's just that little motor there that drives the vacuum, little brushed motor. Yeah, okay, I'll have some looks on the internets. If not, it's for the scrap. So I've pulled out the motor out of this Charles vacuum cleaner. The motor works, but there's no fan on it, and it's a 2-stage fan. I've looked these up on the internet. They're about 28 quid, something like that. 28 quid to get a new one. By the time I've bought that, and I've bought the hose kit and the tools that go with it, you're nearly up to, what would that be, 43 quid or thereabout. It's not really worth it for me. I guess I could sell it for more than that, but it's just not worth the hassle for the repair. So what I'm going to do, I think, is take this little box here and use it as a useful little dustbin, because that's really all I can think of using it for. It's a good tub, it's a good plastic tub, so it'll make a good little dustbin, and be kind of interesting. I might even be able to make a flip top lid out of the cowling there. That's all I've got for you, so there you go. Thanks for watching. See you later.